Lana, how was your yoga session this morning?
It was lovely, and I want to thank you for that, because I haven't started the morning in such a glorious way, in such a lightful way as today. So I feel relaxed, I feel energized, but in a very soft and beautiful way. So thank you.
And it's such a miracle to do this practice as the sun rises.
It's true.
And so one of the wonderful things about starting so early is that you can start with a clear mind, and you can put in a daily practice, starting the morning in such a way that you install a sense of well-being. Well-being being in your body, in your energy, your breath, in your mind, and that essence of feeling that you're part of something greater.
Wow.
So the breath bringing the bridging gap
Yes.
between the first two, the body and the energy, and the mind and the connection, is the one thing that you can do at any time, anywhere. You can take a deep, long exhale, which lasts 10 seconds. It slows your world down, it slows your mind down, and helps you to respond to the world as opposed to react. Quite often we get caught up in the moment, and maybe by then we go into an action that we regret, and then we end up thinking about it before we go to sleep. And we don't have a good night's sleep, and we think about it, about how we're going to say it.
Yes.
So remove all the anxiousness out of it. In that one moment in time, take a deep, long exhale, slow your world down, and respond.
And respond. So this breathing technique should be done a few times, like 4 times, 5 times, when you feel it, or just one time and it might be enough.
Well, that's it's secret. You just have to do it once.
Okay.
And the way you do it is you take a sigh of contentment. So as opposed to, it's more like a,
Okay.
It resets your nervous system, it softens your face, it gives you the ability just to reconnect to what is actually truly happening as opposed to what your mind is telling you that is happening.
I understand.
The reflex is to actually stop and do it.
Perfect.
And this is what we practice.
Amazing. So this is the first one.
Yes. And I had a wonderful yoga teacher that basically said, if you can breathe, you can do yoga.
Okay.
And so therefore everybody can breathe. Everyone has access to this technique. It's just a little tricky to put in place, but just start every now and then.
So actually it's even the tonality of the way that we exhale, because
Absolutely.
it's either like you said, and it's other it's such a difference.
One is more pulling you down and dragging all the problems down with you. The other one uplifts you
from the problems.
Okay. So you can have a better perspective, a better vision on what's truly happening. Even though we think that kids, they move around a lot, they're much more in the present moment than we are later in life. And for me, that idea of presence doesn't necessarily have to be sitting on the mat meditating. It's more about being there.
Yeah, and I'm thinking always about a yoga for emotions, or does yoga include emotions?
Well, the root grounding of yoga is to be free. So technically you are free of body, which means pain. Freedom of breath, which means breath is easy. Freedom of mind, which you're free from your emotions. So it doesn't mean that you don't have any emotions anymore. It just means that the emotion can arise within you.
Yeah.
And you can watch it. And you choose whether you want to participate and experience it or not.
I understand.
For me, a lot of people think that yoga is about doing nothing and being zen. For me, the trueness of the yoga is being present and responding to the world as opposed to reacting.
Yep.
So there was a wonderful story of Mathieu Ricard. He's a famous French monk who went and studied under the Dalai Lama in the Himalayas. And I think he was there for about 10 years. And then he felt all spiritual and all zen, and he came back to France. And at Paris airport, his mum was waiting for him. And so he gets off and he's got his beautiful monk robes and he sees his mum. And he's like, "Oh, Mathieu, please let me carry your bags for you." And he's like, "Oh, Mum, leave me alone." And then he starts shouting at her. And he realised that although he'd spent all that time away, he hadn't integrated it. So for me, that full presence is responding to your world. And it's a wonderful experience to go and have the opportunity to meditate in the Himalayas. But I think it's an equal and amazing experience to be living in this world.
Exactly.
And find your uniqueness.
It's so true. So that's why yoga in a vacation, it is so amazing, because it can bring you back, or not back, for the first time in a place, to discover yourself, to discover that tranquility of emotions, that unicity of a moment when you try something new for the first time, when you discover that by breathing your life can be better. And As well, I was thinking a few days ago about, people say that for success you need routine, but success for every person, it's different. What is your routine for success? Because I know that I'm trying to get mine, so that's why I want to get as much as possible from you as well.
Well, obviously for a lot of people, just to be able to step away and go on holiday, make a break, is a great way to kickstart. But if you're at home and can't quite get to that holiday just yet, very simply, in the morning, wake up 5 minutes earlier. Stretch in your bed, exhale. That alone will transform your life. Because if you have to get up 5 minutes earlier, you have to go to bed 5 minutes earlier. And so little by little, you actually enhance your sleep. You look forward to waking up. And the idea is try and get to bed, not because you're tired, but get to bed because you're preparing for the next day.
Yes. I love this. I thought of that, but I haven't put it into words.
Right? And once you have that initial step, then what I would counsel, and again, everybody is different. Everyone's like, I want to go and run 10Ks every morning, is do little things, but do it regularly. So for example, you wake up 5 minutes earlier and you have your breath, maybe little tea or coffee, whatever it is that sparks your spirit. Step out the door, be it sunshine, be it rain, be it snow. Step outside. And say to yourself, I will go for a 5 minute walk and come home. Even if you don't want to, you're only 5 minutes away for coming home. But do this every day. This alone will transform your life. That 5 minutes one day will become 10 minutes, will become 15 minutes. Then you will start meeting the same people. You start having a relationship with the people that you meet every day, and that sense of community comes back into your life. And you feel fulfilled before even your day starts. So to say that you're going to have that one special moment for you, that you've nurtured your spirit, whatever happens in the day, you've had that time. You don't have to wait until 10 o'clock at night when you want to come home and watch Netflix and have a glass of wine. Because you will already have done that in the morning.
It's true. So doing the things in the morning that really puts you in a good set of mind, gives you a good start, it is essential. And for the evenings. Because my technique is good, but it's not complete.
Just one more thing on the miracle morning. It is very difficult for some people to get up in the morning, and I totally understand that.
I was one of them.
But it doesn't matter what time in the morning you get up. You still exhale, stretch, and step out the door. It doesn't matter.
You're being very generous. Although it's good to start with the sun, but not everybody can do it, and it's a privilege indeed to, like we did today.
And so for the evening routine, usually we tend to be very tired, and the whole ritual sort of gets thrown out of the window. So take a ritual that you do religiously, for example, brushing your teeth. And let that be, you brush your teeth for 3 minutes. Let that be that moment when you go through your day. You fix things in your head. It's kind of like tidying up your head thoughts. And then when you go to sleep, then you truly are rested. Some people, maybe they don't sleep well because they think about too many things as they're falling asleep.
It's true.
Which then maybe you wake up in the middle of the night and you keep thinking about those things, which is worse because it's in the middle of the night. So my approach to life is, how can I eliminate as many future problems as I can, which is actually in the Yoga Sutras of Patanjali. One of the ways to be Zen, they say future pain can be eliminated.
It's true.
So it needs a lot of organization. But start with very little things, but do it absolutely regularly.
I understand. Consistency.
Consistency is key to success. So I read this really great quote that said, don't just seek to inspire people, but create confidence that someone can actually take charge of their life. And what people usually ask me is like, what can I do? Just say, just try this. Just take a deep breath in and exhale for as long as you can with sound.
Wow.
And it seems so simple, and I say, do it again.
That feels relieving.
And then maybe you're just inspired to then start yoga again, or go running, or read your inspirational books, or go give your kids a hug.
Well, everything that is charging.
Just feel connected and present again.
Amazing.
So thank you for this incredible moment together. I've had an amazing time, and
Likewise.
I hope it's inspired you. You've inspired me.
It did.
And let's catch up again soon.
Yes, and let's enjoy breakfast.
Yay!